Platinum Games' 2009 action title Bayonetta is tons of fun, in every single aspect. From its challenging and flashy gameplay to its whimsical jazz-inspired soundtrack and the oh-so-entertaining Umbran Witch herself Bayonetta, the game is nothing short of a good time. The game is unapologetic in its depictions of gore and suggestive matters, containing battle after battle of epic scale with mass chaos ensuing all the while. Despite its very much earned mature rating, Bayonetta is a lighthearted and deeply hilarious experience throughout. It's comparable to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in the sense that it's so flamboyant, over-the-top, and unapologetically itself that it's hard not to love. Bayonetta revels in its own ludicrousness, featuring hand-hurting button mashing where every hit is impactful and well-timed dodges open witch time, allowing you to deliver even more crazy attacks. I found myself dying an immeasurable amount of times over the course of this game, and although the game gives a score penalty for death and overuse of items, even getting a stone rank every chapter didn't hinder my experience. Regardless of how hard this game is for less than skilled gamers such as myself, I found it near impossible to actually get stuck, and although I struggled at times, I still enjoyed every moment in combat. Chaining together attacks to deliver hard-hitting torture attacks and finishing off enemies with Bayonetta's iconic climax attack. Enemies are fast in a stark contrast from the gothic look of the protagonist and her surroundings, heaven and hell clashing in an epic bloody conflict, full of fun and straight-up insane visual feats. Although most bosses feature the same gimmicks, there's so much freedom in the combat that every last combo and dodge never stops feeling satisfying. The plot isn't particularly the strongest or most sensical, but it works well as a way to get from place to place and progress the journey. Every ounce of this game oozes personality. From the title screen to the end card, it's nothing short of a non-stop ride. Every enigmatic character and location encountered in this game is memorable, from the charming and naive Luca to the cute and shy Cereza and the fabulous rival that is Jean. Jean's dynamic with Bayonetta is arguably my favorite. Their intense yet friendly 300-year rivalry creating some of the most over-the-top cutscenes and arguably the best boss fights of the game. The flirtatious frenemies nature of the duo is endlessly entertaining. Watching them fight together, fight against each other, trash talk each other, and compliment each other never gets old. Bayonetta and Jean are better when together, and thankfully the game knows this. Throughout the game there are constant encounters and battles between them, the final boss being an epic and climactic team-up between the two. This dynamic duo is flashy, unapologetic, and brash. Their rivalry encapsulates the very attitude that makes Bayonetta so unique. The sense of style in Bayonetta is truly unmatched, and at the center of this is Bayonetta herself. This 8-foot-tall, high-heel gun-wielding, 600-year-old butterfly Umbran witch with a giant demon in her hair is one of the most memorable protagonists I've ever seen. Every line from her mouth is full of sass and wit. Her over-the-top nature and unwavering confidence makes her so much fun to watch and control. She's flamboyant and assertive throughout, but the game still shows a more emotional and gentle side to her, especially when she's looking after Cereza. She's unafraid to speak her mind and enjoys displaying her body no matter the situation. Quite frankly, Bayonetta is full of suggestive themes and innuendos, Bayonetta herself being the cause of most of these. Despite how it may sound on the surface, Bayonetta is surprisingly one of the least sexualized female characters I've seen in games lately. Sexualization and women in gaming is always a heated topic. It seems that no matter how old or new the game, it's always a heated discussion. I'll take a moment to shift over to what, in my opinion, is an example of rather blatantly bad handling of women in games. 2017's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The women of Xenoblade 2 are constantly ogled in uncomfortable and unwanted ways, wearing revealing outfits they seem like they just don't want to wear. From every cutscene to even the gameplay, the women of Xenoblade 2 are treated like objects, unwanting of the situations the game puts them in. While Pyra and Mithra are objectified and sexualized by the game in ways their characters clearly aren't comfortable with. In contrast, when Bayonetta displays her body, it's of her own volition and for herself only. She wears what she does because she wants to, not because of some crude design, but because Bayonetta finds empowerment in embracing bodily expression. She makes it clear that she does what she wants and will not let anyone take advantage of her in even the smallest manner. Bayonetta doesn't care what anyone else thinks. She simply embraces her body and expresses herself in a way that makes her confident and gives her the power to prevail in every situation. She's a fun and inspiring character because of this. I find it funny that Bayonetta was created with a very typical straight male audience in mind, but from what I've seen and experienced, most of the fan base is women and queer folks. Honestly, just shout out to Mari Shimazaki for her incredible work on this game. Her designs and influence really pull everything together. Every aspect of Bayonetta is well-rounded and enjoyable on its own, but it's the beautiful presentation that ultimately makes the game so wonderful. From the challenging and addicting gameplay to the stunning music and action, and the unforgettable characters and locations, Bayonetta is a load of craziness and self-indulgence wrapped up in a flashy and fashionable package. I enjoyed every second of this game, and it's undoubtedly one that will stick out to everyone who will play it. I can safely recommend this game to anyone looking for a game full of action and style unlike you've ever seen, an entertaining and challenging adventure, an experience that is lively and iconic down to every last second, and truly is one of a kind.